Did you know next week marks the 40th anniversary of man's first walk on the moon?
No,
You've got to
really?
You've got to have been somewhere not to realise that.
You've got to have been on Mars not to have known that, haven't you?
Just to remind you, we'll be looking at some of your great memories you've been sending in. Thank you very much for all of them on that special day on Monday's South Today. So be with us for that, won't you? But despite all the publicity surrounding the anniversary, we've discovered one attraction in the South that is struggling to find an astronaut.
Really?
I know, it's extraordinary, isn't it? We sent Lizzie Greenwood-Hughes in search of the story. Lizzie, you look like you're at the back end of the moon there. Where are you?
I'm very much on planet Earth, Sally. I'm actually at the Intech Science Centre and Planetarium in Winchester because, as you said, they've got a little bit of a problem. Houston, Intech have a problem. They cannot find anyone to be their resident astronaut here. Now, I've got the job spec in front of me, Sally. You have to be good with people, aged between 30 and 40 and under 5'10" high. So I thought, well, surely, Sally, that's got to be me. Armstrong, Collins, Aldrin, Greenwood-Hughes. But has there ever been a double-barreled space person before? There is now.
All flight controllers, gonna go for landing. Retro, go. Fido, go. Guidance, go. Control, go. Telcom, go.
Hello, and welcome to the Intech Science Centre and Planetarium.
Well, I've got the walk sussed. I just need a few space facts.
12 people have walked on the moon.
The first animals that went to space were two dogs, Belka and Strelka.
When they landed on the moon, they only had 20 seconds of fuel left.
The exhaust fumes from the American landing craft blew over the flag that they planted on the moon.
The original Apollo spacesuits cost around £1 million to produce. Years of research went into making them, and they were 25 layers thick to protect the astronauts from heat, radiation and miniature meteorites. But you know, this replica didn't come cheap either. This cost Intech £2,000 to buy, but that was all about a certain designer label. There's just one question everyone here wants to know the answer to, and that is, how do you go to the toilet wearing a spacesuit? I'm about to find out.
I don't really want to know the answer to this question, but I'm going to have to ask it. How do you go to the loo in a spacesuit then, Lizzie?
With great difficulty, Sally, but can I just say that the real astronauts use a system of tubes and pipes and nappies, but let's not go there as it's dinner time.
Listen, we want to know if you've got the job, but also we want to know what that sort of, Roger suggests is a sort of box of cornflakes on your back there.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you, this is foam, actually. It's not as heavy as I don't know how heavy the real ones are, but they're very, very, very heavy. But do you know what? I didn't get the job, Sally. Now, they said to me I was actually perfect for the job, but they didn't give it to me because they want a man. Now, it's not a sexist thing. It's because all the Apollo space people were, of course, men, and they want to make it as realistic as possible here. So if you're a man and you live in this area and you want the job and you're under 5'10", good with people, between 30 and 40, come along to Intech. I just got to tell you, take a look at this behind me, because these pictures on the space theme are hot off the press. They're just coming from NASA. Those little points are actually the real Apollo landing craft. You can just see NASA have just released them, I guess, as part of the whole 40th anniversary thing. Pretty spectacular. And the other thing to say, Sally, that if we can't get as far as the moon, then take a look at the sky tonight, because at about 5 to 11 tonight, the official International Space Station will be crossing across the south. Take a look out of your window. It'll be coming from the east. It'll move right the way across the sky. It's quite difficult to do this wearing a spacesuit. And move across the sky and it'll disappear into the south, Sally. The International Space Station. It will look like a big star. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Lizzie. Oh, what a pity. Yeah, shut some
your
eyes.
goldfish bowl down.
Now, that's interesting because I saw the Mir space station go over when I was in France, and it is really bright, really bright. So if you can see it, that will be absolutely fabulous.